On your feet, the story of Gloria and Emilio Estefan has rolled into Stillwater. You wouldn't know it from what's going on behind me, but we are less than 12 hours away from their first performance. We're gonna watch as these trucks take the stage and get ready for opening night.
We started at 8. Of course, I roll in about 7:30 so I can do my little walk around because it's the first time I've been here. Get everything, make sure everybody's here, labor's good, you know, and check everything out and make sure everything's set up and ready for us to come in and load our trucks.
A month ago, we did an advance call with their head of production who gave us documentation saying, here's what we need in the air when we get here, here's what we need clear when we arrive, and here's kind of the schedule that we'd like to go, here's the number of people.
You know, what our requirements are, space needs, schedule labor along with the house, and, you know, just move the production and keep everything running for the actors on stage.
There are 11 people on Duke's crew. He'll hire about 50 more local workers to help with all aspects of the production, from hair and makeup to lighting to set design.
That process can typically take about 8 hours. So we'll work until about 1 o'clock, take a lunch break, come back, and then dig into it and knock it all out before 5. So their technicians run all their equipment. It is their show. They understand the artistic vision. They've worked with the artistic director, the producer, and all of those people, visionary types that come in and critique everything down to the letter.
One of the most important parts of any performance is, of course, the wardrobe, the costumes. What does your role entail? I mean, these costumes are incredible.
They're amazing. There are over 1,000 costume pieces in our gondolas. We have 34 cast members, including our band. So it's a lot of people to take care of every day.
How do you keep track of everything?
Good organization and prayer. That's all I can say. I have a cast of absolutely incredible humans who help me to make sure I stay sane throughout the days and the processes. So they're very good about that, thankfully.
What happens during a quick change?
It all depends on which actor you're speaking of. My women's and my men's ensemble, they all have, let's just say Act 1, they have at least 10 or 12 quick changes. So in an hour and a half, they're changing at least 10 or 12 times.
You're like a NASCAR pit crew behind the scenes.
It's totally the way. It's totally the way. Yes, yes, yes.
Singletary and her team have wardrobe under control backstage. In the front of house, production stage manager Jasmine Holton is making sure the stage is safe for the cast.
I'm doing the oversight of making sure all of our safety elements are, in place, like making sure any cables, any props that have been, put into place are safe for the entrances and exits, so we have enough light backstage.
What did you think of this space that you're working with?
It's a gorgeous space. I have 32 cast members and then 7 band members all backstage and very crowded. So it was just a relief knowing that, okay, this is a great, beautiful space. We have the space backstage for that other second show that we never, the audience never sees, with all of the costume elements and all of the props backstage.
We are moving closer to showtime, and I am here with John McCoy, box office manager at the McKnight Center for Performing Arts. Obviously can't have a show without ticket sales, so what is your role on a show night?
Fielding a lot of phone calls from people who need last-minute tickets or have forgotten their tickets, need them reprinted. So a lot of what we do on the day of the show is helping customers get their seats.
Main stage at McKnight, the theater is a little bit smaller than some other places that this show has performed. How do you help people pick the best seat in the house?
There's honestly not a bad seat in the house. When people call, we try to let them know that, depending on, we ask them what area they want to sit in, or if they're familiar with the hall, if they've been there before, and then we just work with them by giving them options. Some people have special needs, and we make sure we take care of that. But with the intimacy of the hall, you're really no more than 100 feet from the artist at any point in time.
What's your favorite part about working on a production like On Your Feet?
There's never really a dull moment. The day goes by very quickly. As exhausting as it is, you have just a constant change. Something's always happening. You have to be moving and adjusting and adapting to what happens throughout the day.
Doing this for 30-some years, so, And I've toured internationally, been all over. I like to travel and meet new people, honestly. And you like putting on a show for, you know, places you haven't been before.
The best part is just being able to work with so many different, you know, nationalities on this, you know, show alone. I have people over 6 to 8 different countries. For me, it's about, you know, the connections that we make and the excitement that we bring to our patrons and our audiences every night.
The cast is in their final hair and makeup, the stage is set, the crew is in their places right behind me. I'm gonna go take my seat because this show is about to start.